Of places are flooded. Kenyans not knowing where to turn. Properties worth thousands, if not millions, is getting lost in the capital city. The cry is that what has to be done for the government to declare this a national disaster. Governors are yet to speak on the state of the counties. Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja has already said, indeed, the county is on the spot. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm standing in for Yatani. This is the Inside. Just before we start, let's take a look at the major highlights tonight. Tonight on the Inside, former Treasury Cabinet Secretary Yatani and Marsabit Governor Mohammed arrested over Graft's claims. Homes submerged, roads washed away. The country grapples with severe flooding. And the Utamaduni Day, public holiday renamed to Mazingira Day, following President William Ruto's accession to the Statute Law 2024. We are live on our social media platforms at Lookuptv. I am at Kenya Gasimba. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Angel Lois. Detectives from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, have arrested former Treasury Cabinet Secretary Yatani and Marsabit Governor Mohammed Ali. The two are being investigated over alleged embezzlement of 8 billion shillings county funds. The arrest comes in the wake of a raid by EACC detectives on their homes in Nairobi and Marsabit. Stanley Lugaria opens our bulletin tonight.
A total of 9 individuals were apprehended on Wednesday, including former Marsabit Governor Yatani and current Governor Ali Mahmoud, along with their family members, 2 wives, a daughter, a son, and other close relatives. They were summoned by Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission EACC to provide statements in connection with the allegations of embezzling 8.2 and 2.9 billion shillings respectively. 5 suspects were brought to EACC headquarters in Nairobi, while 4 others were taken to EACC offices in Isiolo, including Governor Mahmoud Ali.
While others were taken to the commission offices in Isiolo, where they have recorded statements and given a conditional release to return to the commission after 1 week to continue clarifying the issues that are pending before the files are forwarded to the next stage. And
Yatani, represented by his legal team led by Governor James Orengo and lawyers Otiende Amolo and Eugene Wamalwa, criticized the manner of his arrest, labeling it as a politically motivated, and maintained Yatani's innocence.
There are investigations relating to the county of Marsabit, and those investigations are not confined to any particular administration.
The lawyers condemned the conduct of the detectives during the investigation, particularly the raids on the over 3 residences and offices of Yatani, spanning Karen, Upper Hill and South Sea.
My colleague was invited here to assist in investigations. But what accompanied that request, the drama around it, including raiding his home in Karen, his rural home in Marsabit, and other offices in the city, the drama was totally unnecessary.
We do not know exactly what they're investigating, except that they say it's about the administration in Marsabit. We do not know the amount that is involved.
EACC asserts that they have obtained crucial documents, including 2 safes, which they believe will significantly aid in the investigations into the alleged embezzlements of billions of shillings during the period under scrutiny.
EACC will analyze the evidence that has been recovered. I know you want to ask about the safe. We are yet to check what is inside, but at an opportune time, we will talk about it.
Once again, the revolving doors had a guest. This time round, former Marsabit Governor Yatani appearing to answer on allegations of a case involving 8.2 billion shillings. Stanley Lugaria, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
The ongoing floods in Nairobi have prompted the urban roads regulators' decision to close some roads and the county government's decision to temporarily hold major construction and excavation work until further notice. More than 60,000 people have been affected by the floods, with displacements witnessed across many neighborhoods including Mathare, Babadogo, Githurai, Zimmerman, Ruiru, Kijabe, Ruai, Waraka, Kitengela and the Utawala areas.
In unexpected turn of events this morning, the River Athi surged beyond its confines, inundating surrounding areas and causing chaos for commuters and residents alike. Tens of families found themselves trapped, while businesses including petrol station were submerged under the rising waters. The deluge came as a shock to many, as the river and its environs had experienced only minimum rainfall on Monday evening. However, floodwaters from the upper regions of Ngong cascaded down, catching residents and travelers off guard around 7 a.m. The flooding rendered the Athi River Bridge impassable, halting transportation along the Namanga-Athi River route.
Samson Bikokwa, ilikuwa by 5, ilikuwa nimefika job hapa River Plaza. Sijui kama kamera inaweza mulika pale. So vile nilifika kuangalia kwa uwanja, niliona maji ikaanza kukuja. So kurudi hivi juu, kurudi tena chini, nikapata maji imejaa. Imeingia paka kwa hoteli, juu ni restaurant, imebeba vitu zote, imebeba viti, imebeba kila kitu, imevunja milango, mara pombe zilikuwa pale imebeba.
Kusema kweli sijaiona kitu kama hii. Ni kama hii mvua imetoka sehemu nyingine ikafungulia ikaja huku.
Elsewhere in a harrowing incident amidst the ongoing floods crisis in Kirinyaga County, a man from where narrowly escaped drowning after attempting to cross the swollen Thiba River. This comes as floods wreak havoc in the area, claiming lives and displacing hundreds of families. Tragically, 2 individuals lost their lives in separate incidents within Moya constituency due to the floods. Sophia Mirigo, of 62 years, from Gakongo village in Thiba ward, was swept away while trying to cross Gakongo River on April 16th. Similarly, on April 19th, John Ndambiri from Kiamashiri village in Mutithi ward lost his life while crossing a flooded swamp.
Hii familia inajulikana kama John Ndimu, na mvua ilinyesha usiku wa kuamkia leo ikawa nyingi.
Siku ya kuamkia leo kulikuwa na mvua ilikuwa inanyesha masaa ya kutoka saa 4. Wakati hiyo nilipoenda kustukia kukanyanga chini, nikasikia niko kwa maji. Baadaye nikasikia mlipuko wa nyumba imeanguka. Maji ilitoka kwa barabara yenye mshaina anatengeneza kwa wakati huu.
Hii mto ya Thiba imevunja kingo, kila kitu imechukua kila kitu, kwa hivyo mtu akiwa Kakongo hawezi kwenda town kununua kitu, lazima uende kilomita kama 5 ndio access mahali ya kununua. Hii maji inaonekana imetoka huko Mount Kenya.
Martin Masharia, Lookuptv.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua emphasizes that the pollution of Nairobi Rivers poses a threat not only to city residents but to all Kenyans. Addressing key stakeholders during a meeting on Wednesday to discuss Nairobi Rivers regeneration, the DP stressed the urgency of the matter, highlighting Nairobi's significance as a gateway to Kenya and Africa. It reiterated that the city cannot be a top investment destination if its rivers remain hazardous to health.
Gachagua emphasized that the assembled leaders comprising senior officials from various ministries, state departments, Nairobi MCAs, legislators and members of the Nairobi Rivers Commission bear a duty to prioritize the people's welfare. He cautioned against sacrificing the nation's long-term welfare for short-term gains of a select few.
This requires joint action from everyone. The Commission has been working closely with the ministries, departments, agencies and other stakeholders, including the communities. This meeting has therefore been convened to update stakeholders, consolidate and renew our commitment to delivering a clean Nairobi Rivers basin in the city and the counties downstream. It is very important and urgent because Nairobi is the door to Kenya and Africa.
Speaking at his current residence during an engagement with the Nairobi Rivers Commission, Gachagua said MCAs should understand that elections are long gone and it was time to serve the people. Gachagua added that the office of the Deputy President has a role of coordinating intergovernmental relations.
This calls for joint action to avert further negative impact and establish and foster structures for sustainable containment of such episodes in Nairobi and restore its glory. This is in line with the mandate of the Nairobi Rivers Commission, which President William Ruto established in December 2022 and placed under my office.
Gachagua added that it is not possible to reclaim the Nairobi River without the participation and support of our elected leaders, further noting that those adversely affected by the rivers are the residents near the banks.
The Commission has been working closely with the ministries, departments, agencies and other stakeholders, including the communities.
The Nairobi Rivers Commission has been mandated to examine previous reports and recommendations made to reclaim the Nairobi River and adopt lessons learned in the new initiative. John Matava, Lookuptv.
Amidst the ongoing heavy rainfall sweeping across the nation, families are grappling with the devastating aftermath of floods, urging the government to step in. And as Martin Masharia now reports, one person narrowly escaped death as River Dhiba breached its banks in Kirinyaga County.
Over the past few days, Nairobi County has been at the mercy of relentless heavy rains that are wreaking havoc and paralyzing transport at several sections of the city, including the central business district. Madari informal settlement has been severely impacted by flooding. 6 individuals have been reported missing after being swept away by floods and several households displaced. As the heavy flood persists, some residents and their families in desperate bid to escape the deluge sought refuge on the rooftops of the buildings as flood water surged into their homes. Nairobi once again faced a crippling transportation crisis as several sections of the city succumbed to flooding following an intense rainfall. A massive tree collapsed on Moi Avenue. In response to the crisis, City Governor Johnson Sakaja stated that the county has rolled out a large-scale coordinated response operation in a bid to avert humanitarian crisis.
We're on the brink of a humanitarian crisis in the city. We have a large-scale coordinated response, together also with our partners, Red Cross, and we urge the people of Nairobi to cooperate with authorities. We have mapped out areas where people need to be evacuated, and we will be evacuating those people. We had asked people to move, and many of those were not able to move. There are those who encroached on the riparian. There are buildings whose walls are right on the river, and we will begin clearing those now, because it is no longer a negotiation. Those areas need to have been opened up.
In response to the crisis, City Governor Johnson Sakaja stated that the county has rolled out a large-scale coordinated response operation in a bid to avert humanitarian crisis. All inhabitants along riverbeds and high areas will be required to relocate to high grounds or shelters provided by the county.
An estimated 60,000 people, mostly women and children, in Nairobi have been severely affected following the devastating flash floods which have hit the city. Our rivers have burst their banks. That is Ngong River, Nairobi River, Madari River. We also have cases in Mau Mau. But all the rivers in the city, all of the 8, have actually burst their banks because of the torrential rains.
Sakaja advised city residents to use the hotline number 1508 to access the county government emergency services. George Kayesi, Lookuptv.
We're asking the people of Nairobi to call the emergency line as soon as they have something to report. 1508. That is the number that we are issuing out. That is the number that is being used. Please call. I know there are many calls, so be patient. But your matter will be looked into, and even your call returned in case you don't get through the first time. And it's a toll-free.
We take a tiny breather right here on the Insight. Once we come back, let's tell you why there's no more Utamaduni Day.
Come, let us show you Place Sport to build your dream home in Baraka Garden, situated just 5.4 kilometers from Blue Post Junction along the Thika Gatura Road. Place finest with secure gated community, Majina Stima Eco on-site, Usitans na stories za title deeds ziko ready. Plus, flexible payment plans and financing options. Pay 30% and clear the rest in installments. Get in touch, twende site visit. For more information, contact 0794 333 222 or 0722 668 700 or visit our website www.mahasibuhousing.co.ke. Experience the beauty of Baraka Gardens today. University of Nairobi is a distinguished institution of higher learning dedicated to nurturing your intellectual curiosity and pushing the boundaries of knowledge. From state-of-the-art laboratories to modern libraries equipped with the latest resources, we provide you with the tools you need to succeed. Choose from a wide range of programs designed to prepare you for challenges of tomorrow's world. Whether in STEM, humanities, business, or the arts, our strong industry connections and career service support will help you translate your education into meaningful career opportunities upon graduation. Join a vibrant community of scholars from around the world, fostering cultural exchange, collaboration, and lifelong friendships. Book your space now for September intakes. Log in to https://www.uonbi.ac.ke for a wide range of courses to choose from. You can also contact +254 020 491 0000 or email us at pr@ounbi.ac.ke.
Welcome back to The Insight. The Utamaduni Day public holiday has been renamed to Mazingira Day following President William Ruto's assertion to the Statute Law 2024. The change will therefore see Mazingira Day being observed on October 10th every year to have Kenyans participate in environment conservation activities, including tree planting in line with the government's efforts towards accelerating forest restoration and address climate change.
Today, the head of state, President William Ruto, has signed the statute law for 2024, which amends 16 acts of parliament. Among the amended laws is the Public Holidays Law. In today's amendment, Utamaduni Day will be known as Mazingira Day and will be celebrated on 10th October every year and will be used as a day of tree planting and environment care. The President has also reformed the Office of the Attorney General of the government. In the amendments, the Office of the Attorney General will introduce an advisory board that will recommend for appointment and promotion of Deputy Solicitors General and State Counsel. The traffic law has also been amended to incorporate the use of technology in the management of minor traffic offences. The value-added tax law was also amended to remove denatured ethanol. The President has said this action will strengthen the business of Kenyans and protect them against the importation of cheap sugar from foreign countries. Additionally, this law has removed the tax charged at gas meters to reduce the cost of gas for low-income households. And finally, President Ruto has exempted the National Intelligence Service (NIS) and subjected it under the laws of employment and enhanced it to join other security units. Other laws which have been amended are the law on vocational training, the law on administering oaths for high-level officials in the judicial department, the law on sexual harassment, among other laws. Ibi Kadini for The Insight.
The Cabinet Secretary for Labour and Social Protection, Honourable Florence Bore, says that the ministry lacks a current data system to track the number of workers leaving the country. The CA has made these remarks today during a joint committee on Labour and Diaspora Affairs and Migrant Workers on National Policy on Labour Migration. On Asmas Musonia with more.
Cabinet Secretary for Labour Florence Bore, today during a joint meeting involving Departmental Committee on Labour and the Committee on Diaspora Affairs on the National Policy on Labour Migration, was forced to answer some questions on how many workers have exited the country in search of greener pastures.
And it is something that is done manually, but we want to strengthen going forward to have a system that we can be able to do the attestation online so that we can be able to have a better checking machinery.
The CS noted that the ministry does not have an existing data system of how many workers have gone abroad. The CS said that the ministry was closely working with ILO to establish an exact data system of how many Kenyans have left the country for jobs in foreign countries. The CS saying the ministry has reduced the number of agencies involved in linking people with foreign jobs from 1,000 to 500.
But on a weekly basis, the ones that would go with various agencies, we have about 600 to 800 Kenyans that go out for work. And those ones, you can be able to tell from our labor desk that is at the airport that we introduced this year. I think it's about 2 months ago.
The CS also said the ministry has proposed new policies to ensure medical graduates and other laborers are trained and skilled for global market.
And one, this is a brief of the policy. I don't know whether you have the booklet. We gave Parliament 200 copies. Kindly give each member in the two committees a copy of this so that some of the questions can be answered through this. It is important that we work together. Number two, what I wanted to say is that we are coming from where labor migration was not managed, the focus of maybe previous regimes did not focus on labor migration. But this current regime has decided that our focus for labor migration will be on another level so that we do labor migration like other countries, like Philippines, to up to standard.
Onesmus Msonye for the Insight.
President William Ruto has today inaugurated the Jumbo Africa auction in Naivasha, Nakuru County. The car auction facility specializes in previously owned vehicles from Japan. Addressing the event, Ruto highlighted that the company aims to facilitate
The head of state, William Ruto, was received by Nakuru Governor Susan Kihika among other local leaders, where he officially opened the Jumbo Africa Auto Auction, a company that specializes in pre-owned vehicles imported from Japan, located along Mahiu Suswa Road.
We are welcoming today Jumbo Africa Auto Auction SEZ Limited is a unique investor undertaking a new kind of enterprise in a very different way. It is the first Japanese car auction in Africa.
Speaking during the event, the president broke ground for the construction of the Naivasha Special Economic Zone Affordable Housing Project while announcing plans to commence the construction of the Nairobi-Nakuru Highway, indicating that the construction of the road is necessary given that the government want to make Nakuru County an attractive hub for investors.
Today, I am also going to launch the first 1,000 housing units and associated amenities here in Naivasha, because this zone is going to represent the future.
Ruto has lauded Jumbo Company for keeping their promise, adding that buyers will now be able to choose from a variety of vehicles and use Kenya shillings as a trading currency and practice from the comfort of their homes, while adding that his government is committed in ensuring that all the agenda are fully achieved.
Henceforth, buyers in Kenya, East Africa, and the whole continent will be able to choose a wide variety of vehicles ranging from cars and trucks to motorcycles and specialty vehicles, as well as machinery, mechanical appliances, vehicle parts, work trucks, and handling equipment. In addition to the benefit of unparalleled access and variety buyers will also use the Kenya shilling as a trading currency and can participate from the comfort of their homes.
Shamila Baraza, Lookuptv.
Let's take a look at the sports at this hour. Now, athletes from the Northwest region are currently preparing for the upcoming under 23 World Athletics Championship. The primary objective of this training camp is to foster unity and peaceful coexistence amidst internal conflicts in the region. Coaches at the camp have called on the government to support this initiative, emphasizing its role in promoting peace as athletes from various ethnic backgrounds in the Rift come together to train.
Jina langu ni Wilfred Petangura kutoka West Pokot County. Mimi ni mwanariadha wa kurusha mkuki na nikipenda niwe kama Julius Yeko. Ndio tuko sahi mambo ya mazoezi na practice. Sasa tumeinteract na watu wa kutoka sehemu mbalimbali, Marakwet, Samburu, Turkana,
Chewet. Hapa tuko na vijana watoto ya shule wanafunzi ambaye sasa wako chini ya miaka 20 tukifanya preparation ya World Under 20. Watoto hao ambao wako hapa ni 40 na waliosaliwa 2005 mpaka 2009.
Na hawa ni wa Kenya. Kwa hivyo ningependa tu kuhimiza serikali kwamba tuweke mawazo yetu ama fedha zetu ama resources zetu kwa mambo ya michezo, kwa sababu kupitia michezo ndio tutaweza kumaliza mambo ya ukabila, mambo ya vita, mambo ya kusema mimi ni fulani. Kwa hivyo ningependa tu kumaliza kwa kusema kwamba mambo ya sports haswa athletics ina promote national unity. Kwa sababu hata mahali hapa ukiona coaches na mimi Chepro tunatoka sehemu mbalimbali, kumaanisha kwamba tunataka kuleta sura ya Kenya ili tuweze kukaa kwa amani na kuendelea kujenga nchi yetu ya Kenya.
Now, for the fronts of English Premier League, tonight at 10 p.m, 4 English Premier League clubs are scheduled to play. Now, Wolves will welcome Bournemouth at the Monolith Stadium, while Crystal Palace will face it off against Newcastle United. Liverpool will journey to Everton in their quest to secure a victory and maintain their pursuit in the title race, while Manchester United will host Sheffield United at Old Trafford, aiming to get back on track with a win. Well, I'm smiling because Arsenal have already won their last 2 matches. So it's up to Liverpool to do something tonight, and it's okay for Man United not to play any more games until the end of the season because their wins or losses are quite insignificant. They're merely participating in this particular competition. But anyway, it is what it is, isn't it? That's what they say. They're participants and they're those who are competing. Well, thank you very much for being a part and parcel of a bulletin tonight. That is the Insight. I'm standing in for Ian Yatani. My name is Simba Elijah Charles Kiage. Our sign language interpreter tonight was Angel Lois. Good night.
We value your feedback and welcome your complaints about our programming and operations. Feel free to get